guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Lampshades120. Hi! Lampshades wants to know, where can you watch the Canadian feeds? So they are for free on the global website, and I don't want to say out loud how to do it, but I sent you a private message, so check that out. Also, if you guys want to go to mortystv.com, at the top of the Big Brother Canada page, he has a lot of good instructions for figuring that out. Also, if you don't want to actually watch the feeds, but you want to watch videos from the feeds, I would highly recommend onlineBigBrother.com. They do a great job doing daily recaps and, well, not daily, but like up-to-date recaps, and they post a lot of really great videos from the feeds, so check them out too. Alright, so let's get to today's spoiler. It's Eviction Eve, and by this point, Godfrey knows that his good friend Greg is a lost cause. He was talking to Zach, and he was like, yo, if we get rid of Greg, we're gonna gain the favor of the girls. If we keep Greg, we're gonna make 5 enemies, so seems like a no-brainer. Godfrey, speaking of Godfrey, he's like Bruno's new Greg, because you know that Bruno and Greg were like this. Bruno needs a replacement, so he knows that Greg overplayed, and he's doomed. It's over. So then, Greg comes outside, and he's like begging Godfrey and Bruno for them to campaign for him. Bruno has been, like, hardcore. He's like, yeah, I know, I have. And he's like, it's not working. And it's really gonna start hurting my game, so I need to stop. And Greg was kind of just like, come on, please. He really wants them to focus on Zach and Kevin, and it's just not happening. So Zach, I feel like he's getting to that point where he's getting a little too overconfident. Zach and Jordan. I'll get to Jordan, but for Zach. So Zach is in this new blossoming showmance with Ashley, and it's getting to that point where he's giving out some information. So he lets Ashley know that he's staying in the middle, as is Jordan. He explains that whole strategy, and both sides think that they have them. He's throwing competition so he doesn't have to show his hand. It's pretty crazy. I feel like that's not information that you want to share, but I don't know. I'll get back to Ashley too, because I got some stuff. Alright, so let's get an update on a few things. The tiles in the have-not room, just in case you're curious, there are the 2 weird tiles that control the alarm. One of them actually sets off the flashing lights. One of them is for the alarm. Kevin still seems to be the most curious about this, but he hasn't found anything crazy with it yet. And an update on yesterday's luxury competition. Not only did Zach win $1,000, he also won an advantage in the next HOH competition, which he's probably just gonna like throw away because he's throwing those competitions. Wouldn't that be awesome if it was like there was no way that he could throw it with his advantage and he like had to win? It'd be kind of hilarious. I say that I'm rooting for Jordan, but I hate when people get really cocky, and I would love to see them get a little bit messed up. Alright, so the Big Brother Salon opened up last night, aka some of the girls got together and waxed Bobby's chest. It was very Kelly Clarkson, which is funny because that's all 40-year-old virgin, and I don't think I've mentioned this before. Bobby is actually trying to tell people that he's a virgin, like he's telling all the girls that and stuff. He's not. But why would you lie about something that has nothing to do with the game? I feel like these frivolous lies are so stupid, and they're just gonna come out at some point, and it's gonna make you look really untrustworthy and dumb. So I don't know what the point is of that, but whatever. We got some new alliances popping up. First up, we have Purple Cobras. Yes, like the Purple Cobras from Dodgeball. So that alliance is Jordan, Kevin, Sarah, Brittany, Johnny, and Zach. So that's pretty much the alliance that popped up before Neha was evicted, minus Neha. And there's also been talk of something called the Diaper Alliance. Kevin, Peely, Ashley, Zach, and Jordan. So it's the 2 showmances plus Jordan. I think this one's a joke. But I'm not sure if like the whole alliance is a joke or just the name. think this is one of those things that popped up while the feeds were off and we didn't get to see how it happened, but we'll have to keep an eye on this whole diaper alliance just in case it is for real. So Jordan and Zach were chatting in the bathroom last night, pretty much just laughing about Bobby's campaign strategy. We talked about this yesterday, how Bobby is telling everyone that he's throwing all of the HOH competitions until the final 3. Yeah, okay. So no one is buying it, duh. They're all like, yeah, right, we'll see. So then Jordan and Zach talk more again about how they're just going to keep riding the middle, blah, 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 blah. It's the same thing over and over again. Alright, so now let's talk about Jordan's flaw. We talked about Zach's flaw, which is Ashley, and now we're going to talk about Jordan's flaw. He cannot hide his enthusiasm or knowledge of Big Brother and Survivor. He's been doing these podcasts with the other super fans in the house, a la Rob Cesternino. He's a big fan of Rob Cesternino. So all this is doing is showing off his encyclopedic knowledge of previous seasons. I feel like that is the exact opposite of what you want to do as a superfan in this game. Why would you want to show how much you know about this game? It just doesn't make sense. Why would you broadcast all of that? Also, if I was sitting in that house, don't get me wrong, obviously I'm a huge Big Brother and Survivor fan, especially Big Brother, but I would not want to sit there and talk about past seasons all day, all night. How are people dealing with that? I would lose my mind! Alright, so last night, Sarah, Brittany, and Johnny had a late night strategy chat, and they were like, what's the deal with Willow? A couple of people have been bringing this up in the past few days. They don't really know who she's loyal to. Who would she nominate if she was HOH? They're realizing she's a major floater right now. So they're also pretty worried about Bruno. It's one of those situations where they're like, I love you so much, it's scary. Or like, I'm scared of how much I love you. So they're freaking out because he is a very likable guy. He's really playing up the family card. And you know who else did that? Derek, last season's winner, Big Brother 16. Yeah, so they need to watch out for that. I think Bruno is a huge threat. He's a huge threat. Alright, so this morning, Zach and Jordan were in the storage room, and Zach was all, Willow has to go. Apparently, Zach got some information from Ashley, who told Zach that Willow was trying to start a Final 3 alliance with Ashley and Peely. Now, here's my thing with Ashley. I can't stand how she is just selling all the girls out to the guys. She's putting all of her eggs in the Zach basket, and it's not going to end well for her. It's just not. So that's kind of annoying. She really needs to build up some side alliances outside of her showmance with Zach, because he's got like 50,000. She's got like not a lot going on. So yeah, back to Willow. Zach and Jordan feel that Willow, you know, she's pretty much playing the same game as them. Maybe not as well, but she's trying to be that person in the middle, and there's only room for so many people to do that. So they feel like she has to go. Speaking of Willow, she had a major breakdown today. She was crying. Sarah was trying to comfort her. So basically Willow was saying that she feels bad because Godfrey could have won the luxury competition yesterday, but I guess a couple of them were helping Zach so he would win the challenge. And she feels a little guilty about that. And she also feels like if she was up on the block, Zach would like turn his back on her. She's feeling overwhelmed, like she can't really win the game. Girl, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Like, you need to relax. You know what I think? I think that she's upset because Zach is hooking up with Ashley, and everyone knows about it. And you know she's just, like, about Zach, so I think that's what the real issue is here. But Sarah did a pretty good job comforting her. We'll see what happens with that. Quick update on the Purple Cobras. They can no longer call themselves the Purple Cobras because of copyright issues. Hey, maybe try, like, coming up with an original name? I don't know, just a thought. So they decide they're going to change their name to Hexagon because it has 6 sides, and there's 6 people in the alliance. Pretty nifty. Other quick things, Brittany got the HOH camera today. Yay! They took a bunch of pictures, and tomorrow night is eviction night. Greg knows that he's going. He knows it's pretty much over, so he lets Godfrey know, if I can figure out a way to help you on my way out, I'll do that. So sit tight. I'm sure it's gonna be good. So let me know who you guys want to see go tomorrow. I mean, it's a win-win either way. But that's all I've got. So until tomorrow, Eviction Day, much love.